I didn't even do an intro. We just started talking about Dragon Ball.
That's cool.
There you go. Hey, welcome back to another episode of TSC. And today we're going to talk about Game of the Motherfucking Year because it's winning. All right. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Okay. So I feel like this game operates in a morally gray area. There's no such thing as right or wrong. It's an experience, right? And so, you're faced with these tough choices. The game is, because I'm on my second playthrough, I just got to like Act 3. So what you realize, or what I realized on my second playthrough, is that the game is telling you the game from the beginning.
Yes.
They do drop hints, but there are certain aspects of it which aren't a part of the main story. Like if you venture off, they tell you the fucking story. They literally, as a matter of fact, because I played it in French, but if you're playing it in French, the theme song is telling you the fucking story.
The whole theme song.
The whole theme song is literally telling you the story. So it's very beautifully crafted, right? The music, the story, it's very compelling. It is original. It takes it's not the first RPG to do a dodge parry, because there are other games that do either or, you know what I'm saying, or a block mechanic, right? But I feel like this one does it so gracefully. And then with the skill setup, like you're forced to be engaged, which I love, because there's a lot of times if you do skills rather, not base attacks, but if you do skills and you miss that X, your character just don't attack. You see what I'm saying? So this game, there are obviously contenders. Don't get me wrong. I just can't see in terms of impact.
Wait,
in terms
my bad.
of
For side, what are the other two that you would name outside of Clair for the game of the year?
So I would say my top 3 for game of the year would probably be Doom, right, and then Elden Ring, Night Rain, because technically it is a whole new Elden Ring. So
Go, keep going. I'm listening.
It'll be those 3. But here's and Claire. But even if it's not those 3, you could do like a top 5 or even a top 10. It I mean, unfortunately, I want to say unfortunately. I don't want to say unfortunately, but it comes down to votes. Okay, so what game has the most impact, right? But if you look at impact, right, already Expedition 33 has the most sales, right, and the shortest amount of time. Right, you obviously have.
No, it didn't beat Monster Hunter Wilds.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Sales?
What are you talking about?
You said sales. It has the most sales.
Monster Hunter Wilds was released like 2 years ago.
Monster Hunter, the one that came out this year?
Monster Hunter came out this year?
Yeah.
What are you talking about it?
I'm thinking of the original Monster Hunter.
No. Wilds came out this year.
It sold over 8 million copies.
And when? And how long?
It came out in like January, February. It sold over 4 million in one day.
It came out in February.
It went nuts. No. Monster Hunter Wilds?
That shit
the first couple
of weeks. Yeah, Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
World,
I'm tripping. Okay, so it's got to contend with Monster Hunter Wilds then, right? But even still, you still have to look at like the game overall. Not sales is just 1 point.
Yeah, it's 1 point.
Yeah, so you have to look at the game overall, right? So experience, story, gameplay, graphics, music, right? I feel like it has the best. Matter of fact, it's on my playlist. I listen to that shit at the gym. Bro, you see what I'm saying? The gear and the world view, motherfucker.
The soundtrack.
That soundtrack is amazing.
The graphics, replayability,
like the graphics is pretty cool.
Everything, the gameplay, the mechanics.
It's
complete. This is what we were talking about in one of our other episodes. What gives a game of the year? What justifies, quantifies
a price
tag, paying that price tag.
Complete game.
And with this, it does that.
The price
and
tag.
so everything that you can do in the game and everything that it offers,
I feel like some people have comprehension issues, right? So because we say its music is the best or it has really good music, we're not shitting on other games saying, oh, their music sucks. I'm not going to sit up here and say Monster Hunter Wilds music sucks, right? So just because you say something is, in our opinion, right? Oh, this is really great doesn't mean we're saying, oh, then he must think that XYZ is trash. No, that's not the case. If it was trash, we're going to say it's trash.
Yeah. Don't get in the feed talking about Metaphor, because Metaphor had good music too.
Metaphor had great music. Oh my God, Metaphor had great music.
Listen,
Metaphor had great music.
That's the main reason I bought the game.
Metaphor had great music.
I gotta play it again. That's how I just said.
So Expedition 33 has again an original story too, which I feel like is pretty rare.
Yeah.
An original fucking story. Great music. Gameplay is amazing. The characters are amazing as well. I don't feel like you're bogged down with so many choices in terms of characters or whatever.
Yeah.
They give you enough resources and materials to where, and not just resources and materials, freedom.
Right.
To where you can build your character
However you want.
however you want to build them. There's no right or wrong way.
Agreed.
Right? However you want to play it. You see what I'm saying? So I really feel like the formula that it has, like, it's a really wonderful matter of fact, Capcom made Monster Hunter, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a Capcom. Yeah.
And Sandfall made Expedition. I feel like if Expedition was made from a larger company or had the backing of a large company, it was sold more than Monster Hunter.
100%.
Yeah.
It was sold more
They
than
have the market and everything behind it.
But even still, it's impressive for a studio with their first game.
30 people.
32 people. Also, the publisher that they used was a brand new publisher.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? For them to get $3 million already in 30 days?
Yeah.
That's amazing. But the one thing about Clair Obscur that I do like is it did something similar to another game, Last of Us. In The Last of Us, in the beginning, The Last of Us, everything seems okay. And then next thing you know, you just get hit with what in the hell is going on?
They hit me with the biggest thing.
Immediately, in the first hour, you're just like, what the fuck?
Like, what are we doing?
So, okay, so if I had to, so in my opinion, it's a 10 out of 10.
It is.
And
Don't have some.
And I feel like because I'm gonna go ahead and I know, aren't you? Is it you or you are on New Game Plus?
Me?
Yeah.
I ran through the same time.
So, in my honest opinion, it's gonna go in my top 10 favorite games.
It is
because that game.
That's high praise.
It is.
No, it really is.
Out of all the games that we played, like MMORPG and like that's
it's going in my top 10.
Damn.
If you put it in categories of JRPGs only,
it's
like people talking about that because at first, well, if you just do RPGs as a whole, it has some contenders in my list. But if it's just JRPG, then there's no way it's not top 10.
Yeah,
it's top 5.
Top 10.
Yeah,
top 3. Honestly, and it ain't 3.
In terms of like me, like overall, out of all the games I've ever played, honestly, I feel like, in my opinion, it deserves to be in my top 10 because just from experience alone, story, and just it makes you think. It makes you talk about it. It makes you think. And I'm still I'm on my second playthrough. I'm still finding shit.
Man, I'm on my third. Still finding shit.
But here's the if I had to, and I feel like I'm being nitpicky when I say this. If I had to pick cons, because it's not a perfect game by any means, it's close. But if I had to fucking nitpick, which literally is what it's the cons, I would say the cons would be there's no real fast travel. Right. So when you get to the world map, you have to literally fly or swim or whatever.
Travel.
Yeah, there's no fast travel. I want to say there's no. The only fast travel is when you're in a specific
location. The fast travel isn't good.
Yeah, and the fast travel is between flags in that location. That's it. You can't if you can go from one flag to any other flag.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you're on the world map, and which is what we were talking about the other day. This game could easily been 5 or 6 acts. Yeah. Right. So let's say in Act 3, he can fly. Act 4, he go underwater, which they could have added more underwater locations. And then in Act 5, you can fucking fast travel. He can because Escape's the strongest fucking character in there. So now he can instantaneously move between points. That would have been fire, right? But anyway, like I said again, I'm nitpicking. These are cons that I'm literally.
I got a con now that we're doing that. So the loadouts, you don't have loadouts. I wish the game had loadouts.
Oh, so you can save it.
Builds.
Presets. Right.
I wish it had loadouts.
Right.
Oh, that would have made my life so much easier. Now I gotta memorize. Oh, I just took off 10. I forgot the 10 I took off because I just added these 20 for this one boss. I don't remember now.
So presets for sure. I guess another con that I'm literally just nitpicking. I mean, granted, it is kind of set in Paris. The only black character dies within like the first 20 minutes.
Okay, is that really?
That's why you
I'm nitpicking. Yeah. I'm nitpicking.
It doesn't.
It don't mess with
affect the score at all.
Yeah, it's not affect the score. Yeah, it's just
could be a
if I literally had to choose something, it's like, okay, you threw a black character here, fire. You know, I thought he was gonna do something because we up here drinking together. We got a girl
beat up by the Dark Shore or whatever.
Yeah,
the hands, the fingers.
Yeah, he got that nigga. Yeah,
fingers.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be on the squad, and we were gonna.
But again, I had to remember that it was, it's based in France, in Paris or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, another one. I guess my last literal, nitpicking, is that there's no mini map. Simply because if I have to figure out where I'm going, I have to keep opening the map instead of if you push triangle. Right, if you push triangle, like the controls come up on screen to where you can push R2 to interact or whatever case. If when you push triangle, a mini map appeared, because if they want to keep the clean kind of UI, or you see what I'm saying, put a mini map when you push triangle, pops up somewhere at the bottom.
Yeah,
so
at least a map that shows up when you're clearing an area, like. Make the map as we're walking along.
When you're in an area,
I'll walk around the same spot like 10 times.
Yeah.
I get it. You want to explore, but there have been 67 different expeditions. You cannot tell me none of them thought to make a map.
No. Apparently not.
Yeah. They can make a journal out of thin air with light. You can't make a map? Okay. I'm done.
Yeah.
Not gonna rant.
Yeah. So, a map matter of fact, since he said that, since no other expeditions made a map, this could be Expedition 33 could be the first expedition to make a fucking map. To make a map. Mm-hmm. So I think that would have, like I said, literally nitpicking here. So those are just the cons that I think of. I can't really think of any.
It's just the same thing with the map. So back certain games, you can look on the map, find a certain area, click X, and it gives you that marker. And then you actually
it's a point of
you have a compass up there that shows you which way. Okay,
to go to it.
Right. If you would have gave me something like that, it'd been a little bit. I wouldn't mind not having a mini map.
I'll make another nitpick. It's not that serious because the game does have strategy, but to a certain point, if you get so good at parrying, there's no real need for strategy.
There's no strategy.
So it removes the need for strategy completely from the game. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. It's an RPG. It's turn-based. The whole thing about turn-based is a strategy. If I do this, that boss is going to do X, Y, Z. If I do this, I might end up wiping my whole team. But in Clair Obscur, if you're good at parrying, he can do whatever he wants. I'm just going to parry everything, dodge everything, jump.
Hold on. So how would they fix that? Because
some moves should be you can't block them or you can't parry them.
There's only one move in the entire game where you cannot block or parry, and that is Simone's fucking remove. Who's the second one?
If you can't one shot clear, the what's the name eats you.
The big ass.
I tried to parry this bitch. Okay. I tried to dodge.
Correction, 2.
You can't.
There's only 2 moves in that game that you can't parry or dodge. Okay, and that is when you get eaten by the thing. But here's the thing: after you break it, it spits you out.
Yeah.
With clear.
Because it goes away.
It goes away. Yeah. And then if you soloing it, that's it. If you go on solo play,
and then Simone's, you're just done. He just removes you.
You gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I think should have been added? One, I feel like in certain aspects, like if you play on expert, I feel like the damage is unnecessarily way too high. If you ask me, like you're basically getting one shot by almost everything.
See, I don't mind that.
Whereas
because you're expert.
Yeah, because it's forcing you to parry, but that's not.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say yes, but no. I feel like when you're on expert, it is creating little room for error.
Yes, forcing you to parry.
I'm fine with that though. I'm cool with that. I do agree with after if you become so good at parrying, there's nothing to kind of counter that, or there's nothing to really force you to change it up, or
your skills don't matter anymore. Now just press this, game over. Oh, you're about to hit me, parry. But the game is still great. I'm so used to playing like Final Fantasy when they actually.
But here's a little caveat to what you're saying though, because you have to get to that point though.
You're right.
Because every character, every enemy, their attack patterns are different.
Yeah.
So if you're parrying so much, right, then it's like. Yeah, I get that. So if you're battling the Paintress and you learn her moveset, that particular skill isn't about to transfer over to Simone because that nigga will fucking catch you.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? But eventually, But yeah, maybe I guess more moves that.
Okay, so I guess I'll say this then. Well, no, if we do it in that aspect, I guess that's the same as other JRPGs. Because if I look at Final Fantasy in the beginning, it really becomes you really have to be strategic. Once you get too strong, strategy goes out the window.
The moment you start putting your pieces together, and
it's done. So I guess it's basically the same thing. So
it's a build up.
Yeah,
it's like you gotta.
But you gotta grind to that though.
Right,
Yeah,
you gotta earn.
Same thing with parry. You gotta grind and memorize all that before you get to that level. Yeah. Collect all those pitos.
So I'm fine with. I like the parry mechanic.
No, I love the parry mechanic. I love the fact that you get all those parries and that counterattack. The sound effect?
I'm about to say the sound.
Beautiful.
The sound effect.
I love
the sound effect of the damn parry.
The sound effect of the gradient fucking counter.
Oh man,
it's the build.